went to a specific point of the park, I guess, to get into the coaster area. We got let in about like 30 minutes early, which was nice because it was really hot and they're doing bag checks, temperature checks. I got my free drink wristband. They're gonna let us in soon and then we're gonna immediately ride Storm Chaser. It's been closed for like a couple days, so I've heard. Excited to show you guys a review. It's a really steep hill. I think we're all going to like Storm Chaser or either T3 or Lightning Run. I don't know what people want to do, but I think our plan is to go on Storm Chaser. I don't know where that is. Welcome to Storm Chaser. I think we might be the first ones in line, if not second at least. It's been closed for a few days, but I'm excited to go on. I've never been on it before. There's no one around, so I'm not gonna wear this for right now. Let's go. There's no one in line. We're the only ones. It's kind of loud. We're my first RMC, right? So, wish me luck. First coaster of the day. First ride and second ride on Storm Chaser. We did the front, we did the back. It's running a little slow, they said, because it's been closed for the last few days, but oh my God, this thing, I thought it was huge, but apparently this is the smallest RMC, so my mind was blown. The hills are just like the airtime you get when you're in the back. It whips you over the hills. In the front, it's like you can see every single detail of the track, and when you're going so fast, you feel like the head choppers are happening, you're turning, you're flipping. When I was in the front, I just had my hands up the whole entire time, and it was so much fun. Definitely gonna come back here later when it's warmed up, but favorite coaster of the park so far. At the very end, the last two turns are like so slow, you're kind of just sitting there like, oh, the ride's already over, but like there's a good like hot like 20 seconds where you're just like sitting there. So, but we're gonna go in on, that's another coaster that I don't know the name of, but we're gonna go on it, don't worry. All right, we are about to go on Thunder Run, the second coaster of the day, third ride. I'm excited. What kind of coaster is this? I don't know. I'll ask my handy dandy cameraman later. Here we go, third ride. There's no one here. The park's empty. I think everyone's at the water park. Here we go, Thunder Run. Okay, we did a front ride and then a back ride. We did the front first, and for a wooden coaster, it was pretty smooth. A lot smoother than Rolling Thunder at the Park at Owa that we did. And for a wooden roller coaster, they retracted it. It was smooth, it was fun, really great air time. And then we got back in line after we got free drinks. And then the back was like 10 times better. The back was amazing. You got whipped over. You felt like you were going faster. You felt like the turns were sharper. And then you just got, I mean, all the forces were just 10 times harder in any direction. Laterals, G-forces. It's just, I'm out of breath. It was awesome. All right, so now we're on our way to T3. It's a Vekoma SLC coaster. Now, to a lot of you, that probably means something. To me, it just means it's gonna be a really fun ride. I've heard that the design isn't that great. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be that against it. I love coasters of any kind, no discrimination. So I'm just excited to go on the ride. I'm excited to tell you guys about the ride. I only see like 5 people in line. It's in the shade, which looks kind of nice. The color is all red. I see a bunch of loops and turns and twists and helixes and inversions, so I think it's gonna be fun. I don't want to be negative, and I don't want to be rude to the people who built this coaster. But if I rode this another time, I'm pretty sure I would have like my pancreas would burst, or I'll have like my bowel perforation. I don't know. I just feel like my organs are hurt a little bit. Would I go on it again? No. If it was to save my family, maybe. I don't love it. It was fun for like at least a little part of the ride. The lift was the best part. It's beautiful because you're going straight up to the sky. You've got nothing under your feet. It's just, you know, the landscape is beautiful. God rest their souls. Got some free drink, and now we're on our way to Kentucky Flyer. You can see it, it's over there. You can actually see it from T3, which is pretty cool. You get to see a lot of the coasters and kind of plan out your next move while you're up there, racing for your life. But it's gonna be fun. I've never actually, I don't know what type of coaster it is, but it looks like, oh no, I do. It's, is it a wooden coaster? Anyway, I'm excited to go on the ride. I've never heard a lot of reviews, I guess. I don't know if I've watched a review on Kentucky Flyer, but I feel like it's very unique to this park because we're in Kentucky, so first time for everything. Here we go. No one in line again. I don't know if it's because it's just not a lot of people today, it's not busy, or the water park is the popular thing today. So we just rode on Kentucky Flyer, and it was good. It was like not as crazy or high as the other ones, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of airtime, just like hills after hills after hills. You could run the whole coaster with your arms up, and it was just a lot of fun. We did it twice, one in the front, one in the back. It's definitely a backseat coaster just because you get whipped over all the hills, and it's just a little bit more of that G-force feeling in the air, like the weightless feeling in your stomach when you're going over those hills. The first drop is kind of cool too. You don't expect it to be that high, or at least I didn't expect it to be that high. And that was just a nice little like surprise in the coaster itself. So I enjoyed Kentucky Flyer. I'd go on it again. No wait. We just kind of just jumped right back in line, so that was fun. Time for the next coaster. Don't know which one it is. All muscle, baby. We're on our way to our last coaster of the day to check off of our list. We're going to Lightning Run. It's a Chance Morgan Hyper GTX. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. It's our last one, so I mean, we've experienced all the other coasters. We've done Thunder Run, Storm Chaser, T3, Kentucky Flyer. I'm almost exhausted, but I know this is gonna be a good one. We just walked by a beer garden, so I've seen what I want to do in my future, get a beer, but I'm ready to just get this last one out of the way, check it off, get my coaster credits, and tell you guys about it. I'm hoping it'll be fun. I'm hoping I don't get hurt like I did on T3 with my internal organs getting twisted. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm excited. Last ride. Here we go. Coaster of the day, Lightning Run. In the queue, it was the longest wait. I think we clocked like 30 to 45 minutes in that line, but it was awesome because you're watching the coaster. We were watching two trains go and loading every time. You get to see it, you get to hear it. The amount of forces you get, you go on side to side, up and down. When you're in the back, it just whips you like some other rides here. I had a lot of fun. I feel like this was the faster ride. It was either this one and Storm Chasers are my favorite, but Lightning Run, 10 out of 10. 10 coasties out of 10 coasties, for sure. Yesterday, we never gave you guys a wrap up of Storm Chaser or any of the roller coasters or just the whole park in general. So I'm gonna give you that wrap up now. We went on Storm Chaser 7 times yesterday. And we went on Storm Chaser 3 times in a row consecutively because one of the co-workers, I don't know who it was in the train in front of us, and they just gave us extra rides. We were in the front row the whole time. So we got some good rides on Storm Chaser. The whole ride itself was probably mine either number 2 or number 1 in comparison to Lightning Run. Right now we're in Holiday World, if you can see. It's beautiful here. It's hot, just like Kentucky Kingdom. Sporting my merch, obviously. We just got here, so we just checked in, we got our wristbands. We're gonna try to rent a locker because we're going to the water parks. We're gonna do Cheetah Chase, which is like a launch water coaster, I think. So we're gonna check that out. We got our bathing suits on, and we just checked in. Everyone's kind of just walking towards the back. It is a reservation system, so we're gonna try to get reservations for Voyage first, then maybe Raven, the wooden coaster. Just going with the mob mentality here. We're trying to go on the way to Splash and Safari. You can see it in the distance. Everyone's just kind of ramming the page to make reservations. And we're doing the same thing, trying to get on the Voyage. One of the coasters first before the water parks open at 11. So we're on the way. Sorry if it's really shaky. We're on a downward hill, but you can kind of see the water park. We're on this huge hill. It's beautiful, this whole walkthrough. It's very cute. Like we said, we're gonna hit Voyage first, maybe Raven. Try to get those coasters in first thing, gets the coaster credits. You can see one of the rafts right there. Very fun. All right, on the way, wearing our masks, trying to social distance, doing our best.
Your ass ain't big. You're like your grandpa.
This line is usually a lot longer for the Voyage. But they have a reservation system in place now. It's open like every 15 minutes. You reserve a 15-minute slot to get in line. Look at you didn't get to see all where you would wait. So we're kind of lucky. We were first ride on the Voyage, third to last row in the back. Oh my gosh, already my number 1 coaster. I felt like that was the longest coaster I've ridden in a long time. I felt like it was like 3 minutes long. I'm sure we'll have the actual time up. But for a wooden coaster, the thing was smooth, a little shaky, but just shaky enough so that you enjoy the nerve-wracking feeling of your body falling out. I got so much leeway. I wasn't buckled to my seat. It's like basically a lap bar, super loose. They didn't really care. A little buckle that was not tied down tight enough. But I got some crazy airtime on like the first couple drops, huge drops. I mean, compared to Kentucky Kingdom, this is nowhere near an airport, so they could have high coasters. The wooden coaster, Voyage, number 1. I will have a full ride with you, I'm sure, but for the first coaster of the day in Holiday World, perfect. So we just went on the Voyage for the 2nd time. Back row. They actually have a longer line specifically set out for the back row for how many people actually want to wait to have that back row seat, and it is completely worth it. I mean, it wasn't a completely new ride, but you felt the whips, you felt the shake, the lateral G's. There's a triple down at some point when you're going through a tunnel. Absolutely number 1, most amazing ride I feel like in this park. However, we've only ridden it. That's the only ride we've been on, and we did it twice. With the reservation system, you could just, book it back to back. The second you get off the ride, you can make another reservation, and it won't always be like this, but it's worth to wait in that back row. So, absolutely favorite ride. Gotta do it again. We are in the queue for the Raven. We made our reservation. little dark. All the walls are black, but it's kind of nice. It's a cool down. Never been on this roller coaster, so it'll be good. We just came off the Voyage, so it's gonna be quite the comparison, but we'll see. The first wooden roller coaster in the park, I think it's like 1990s, so this is gonna be interesting. Waiting in the queue, we're gonna try to get front row or back row. See which one's the best one. We'll see. Okay, it's been like 20 minutes in this ride, and we've made a reservation, almost 30. I think they're either running one train, or maybe they're doing some maintenance or something, but the ops are dangerously slow. Good thing we're in the shade, but I don't know, I hope this ride is worth the wait. We are almost there. We're almost there. It's like 3 sets of stairs in the dark, so we're not in the sun anymore. But I think we're all like the next house. They have assigned seating. I'm gonna try to, you know. On our way to Splash and Safari, try to get some water park time in. It opened at 11, but we just got off of Raven. I think it was worth the wait. It was a pretty rough wooden coaster. It's a true wooden coaster in essence because you felt that shakiness. It rattled your entire body. We were in the back row, so we got all the forces that we could handle. It was padded side, so it didn't hurt as much. You kind of were a little bit safe. We had a lap bar as well as like that airplane buckle seatbelt on the bottom. And I had a lot of fun. I would definitely re-ride that coaster, especially at night. It's probably scarier, but you're in the forest. It's like kind of very immersive. You kind of like get consumed by the trees, and you feel like you're just in the middle of like, I don't know, great coaster. You can see the entire line outside the whole parking lot, how many people are trying to get into the park. So we're here at a good time. That is our second coaster. So we're gonna do water park, and then we're gonna try to do Thunderbird, hit the rest of the coasters, and then have re-rides for the rest of the day. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to Plymouth Rock Cafe. We just devoured some Thanksgiving lunch. We had some turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, chicken dumplings, and rolls. Highly recommend lunch at this Thanksgiving world. We just came from the water park. We did Cheetah Chase, opening day. It broke down twice and 2 people passed out, 2 kids. They're fine now, don't worry, they survived, but it was really hot outside and they almost passed out. So we waited for about like an hour, I think, for that ride, but because it's opening day, it wasn't too bad and it was completely worth it. There's like lift hills on this water park slide, there's drops, there's just gallons of water coming down on you, and it really cools you off because the water's kind of chilly, but because you're waiting in line in the sun, it makes it all worth it. So you come off that ride, you're like, oh my god, I feel so refreshed. And then we went on Zimbabwe. That one was also a long line. The water park was packed today. So we went up, basically it's like a tower, metal tower, and you kind of just like this spiral staircase to get up to the top. It seats 4 people in one little float, and we just did 2 people. And it was like a pretty long ride down. It's all the way up. You can see the whole entire park. You can see Legend, you can see Voyage, you can see Thunderbird, you can see all the coasters and most of the water park just from that tower. So it's just nice for the view and also the ride itself. And it was hot inside that tunnel. It's a purple slide, so it's like it attracts a lot of heat. So when you're in there, the water's cool, but the air is hot, and you get to see all these lights. It's kind of trippy, but it's a fun ride. So Zimbabwe, Cheetah Chase, we got those 2 out of the way, about 2 hours, and now we're back, and we made a reservation for Voyage again because we love that ride so much. And interestingly enough, as we were walking out the water park, by the way, wear water shoes because our feet are burnt. If you ever plan on coming here, wear flip-flops or water shoes. They have little cubbies for you to put your shoes in, so you can wear shoes and have them, you know, safely be put somewhere when you're riding. And as we're walking out, we see like 5, you know, security guards and a police officer and a deputy sheriff. Okay, so our battery died while we were sitting here, so I'm gonna kind of pick up at this story. When we were walking out of the park with our feet burning because we don't have any shoes, like about 3 or 4 security guards run past us, like security, and they run past us, and then we had a cop run past us, and then we had a sheriff in the back walking with water park staff, and we don't know what happened, but Legend closed for like 30 minutes, and we don't know if the two are related, but everything's back up, everything's functioning, and we hope everyone's okay, but we're gonna look in the news to see if anything happened at Holiday World within the day's time. So we'll keep you updated. I'll keep you guys keep posting on the Instagram story. And we're gonna go to Voyage. But the front row was open. There's only 2 other people on the coaster with us, so we did front row, Voyage again. That was like our 4th ride, I think. Anyway, completely worth it. We had like an hour wait, so we were eating lunch while we were waiting online. It was perfect. We did the ride, and now we're on our way to Thunderbird. This is a launched B&M wind coaster, and I didn't know what this meant like 20 minutes ago. I'm excited. I've never been on it. This is going to be our first ride of the day for Thunderbird. You can see the entrance right there. Very excited for our first ride of the day here. So I'll let you know how it is. It's a beautiful view. We're about to go on row 1 on Thunderbird, B&M launched wind coaster. I don't know if y'all are ready for this, but I'm not. But I did ride the front outside seat of Thunderbird on the launch coaster. It is so smooth. There was no rattle, not a single bit. It was just as smooth as butter. I mean, you can see it. It's large and charged. There's an Immelman loop, I think. Anyway, being on the edge, it was just amazing. You could just stick your feet straight out and launch you out at 60 miles an hour, and you feel the wind in your face. My hair was immediately dried after the water park. You'd have to keep your mouth closed because my friend next to me had bugs in their teeth. It was so funny, but it's a rush, and there's no you don't hear a rattle, it's a roar, it's thunder, and it's smooth, and it's fun, and you've got to ride that ride. Alright, that's not fair. You saw the bug in my hair. We're headed to, where are we going? No, don't tell me. Legend. So this ride has been like an hour-long wait, online wait. There's some pros and cons to this online wait thing, but we waited for an hour. So we were able to like walk around and get some footage of the park, get some free drinks. But I think we're in our last like 15 minutes of the wait, so we're on our way to Legend. This thing has been pretty packed line-wise all day, so it must be good. If not, we'll go on Voyage again. Thanksgiving land. Got Gobbler Getaway. It's like a shooting ride. You shoot turkeys. I don't know, I have to call PETA about that. There's Candy Cornucopia, which is pretty themed. This place is pretty themed, I'm not gonna lie. Next stop, Legend. I'm hoping it measures up to the Voyage and Thunderbird and the Raven, so I think this will be our 4th coaster, and then we're gonna hit kitty credit. What was it called? Like a turkey ride? Howler. Looks like it's just as long as a wait as it was an hour. Okay, so we finished the Legend. That was our first and might be our last until tonight, later tonight. The Legend was a great ride. It was, I feel like it was kind of like shaky, but it didn't hurt, like kind of shaky. We just had the lap bar and that kind of seatbelt buckle. It was hella laterals. I mean, there's this huge first drop, which was awesome, and then a few tunnels, and you kind of just were amidst the forest going the whole time. Kind of was like Raven. A little bit different in the middle of the coaster. It was like this, basically it felt like just two long right turn loops. Your whole body was pretty much yanked to the side, and I feel bad for the person I was sitting next to. I was up against them the whole time, pretty much reaching across their lap, trying not to fall on them. But you're just laughing throughout the ride, you're screaming, you're yelling, you're smiling, your mouth gets dry, and the ride itself was a lot of fun. Didn't hurt, it was just it was a good time. Really fast, I think, and we're gonna finish off with maybe, I think we're going on Thunderbird again. Yeah. And right now I think we're just gonna do some repeat rides, check out the shops, and just check out the stores. Some merch, maybe get a Voyage t-shirt, and we'll catch back up once we hit the night rides. It's about 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock right now. So in a few hours, we'll try to show you guys a little bit more night rides, but that's when things will get dark, cool down, and be a lot easier. As you can tell, my skin has been affected by the sun. So we'll catch back up, do some night rides, and give you some more reviews. Okay, so we did some night rides. I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but my voice is a little different. We did some night rides. I think we did Thunderbird again, and we waited, we got some dinner, or basically I got sweets. I got some toffee at like the Christmas confectionery, got some coffee, and the lights started coming down and the moon was coming up, and so we decided to book reservation on Legend, and that's when it started getting a little dark. So we waited about like 30 minutes for Legend, got some food, and I sat on the left side in the back, and my very heavier friend sat on the right side, and that's like the lateral after lateral after lateral coaster Legend in the back. I was crushed and screaming for my life, but it was the best feeling ever. It was like a happy, scary. Legend at night, it was great. The G-forces you pull are amazing, and right after that, Voyage opened, and we booked reservations for Voyage, got right in line, got in the queue, 15 minutes past, we're with like airtime Mike, just chilling in the line, and he blesses us with backseat, because it could have been them, but we went on backseat on the Voyage, and we saw fireworks at the top from left to right, in the front and back. It was just beautiful with an orange moon out tonight, and Voyage at night is unlike any other ride. And during the day, it was my favorite. At night, in the pitch black tunnels, you can't see where things begin or end, and it's like you're riding with your eyes closed. It's amazing, and your body's whipping around everywhere, and we're doing it again, but like a dark ride. So it's gonna be interesting just to see it again with the fireworks going off. We got last ride of the night, so I will let you know again how it is, but I'm gonna be honest, Holiday World versus Kentucky Kingdom. Kentucky Kingdom, I love you, but this is where it's at. And it is open later, so it's open till 10, but this is like a good place. All their wooden coasters, I say, I love them. Last ride of the night! Dark ride. We're hoping to get sent maybe twice.
Yeah, they can't sit in.
They can't send anyone else, so we're last ones in line, hopefully. So, dark, Fireworks are about to go off in like a couple minutes. It's almost 10 p.m. here at Holiday World. So I will see you guys later. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna lose my voice again. It's gonna be the best. And we got our friends. Best ride of the night. I mean, if you're gonna have a choice to do pitch black or in the bright of day, you gotta do pitch black so you have no idea what's happening. I feel like I've memorized the coaster now. All right, guys, it's the end of our 2-day, 2-part, 2 states, 2 time zones trip. We did Kentucky Kingdom, Hurricane Day, we did Holiday World, we did Splash and Safari. It's the 4th of July, 10 p.m. and the fireworks are going off. It is a perfect summation for this weekend. I highly recommend that you guys try to make this trip yourself. For coasters and rides, we did Storm Chaser like 7 times yesterday. We did the Voyage today 7 times. We did 2 night rides, back row. We did night ride on Legend. We went on Lightning Run. We went on Thunder Run back in Kentucky Kingdom. The wooden coasters here, I love them so much compared to, you know, the coasters over in Kentucky Kingdom, but both parks, amazing. The whole weekend, amazing. My feet hurt and my voice is gone, but I'm enjoying every second of it, and I can't recommend it enough. And please, if you see the coasters, let us know how you think of them, because Voyage was my favorite and Lightning Run was my favorite. Storm Chaser was close, but Voyage, #1. Good night.